Have you ever been a good person? Have you ever really respected your parents, your relatives, your friends, or your peers? Have you ever really respected the law? Have you ever really respected the rules? And most importantly, have you ever been a good citizen? And have you ever had good sportsmanship? And these are the questions that they ask when it comes to being a good person. Like, it has a greater influence, a greater impact when it comes to those that they interact with in the group or in the community as a whole. And those decisions can really impact our character as a whole. So, what does a good person look like? Well, we won't know unless we see it from their own perspective, right? So when we look at other people's perspective in being a good person, we think of them as like being caring, very thoughtful, very trustworthy enough to really make a good influence to the other people that they are around them. They haven't done anything bad. They haven't really done anything that is very much damaging to the group or the community. They haven't done anything bad yet, but they have been very well respectful. They have been really kind and thoughtful and caring. There's nothing wrong with that. And they're actually good people. But I want to ask this one question. And that is, are they having a good life? Forget about all these questions that I've asked. Forget about everything. But really, how good is their life when it comes to being a good person? That's the question that I want to really ask you. Are you having a good life? And having a good life can really impact you. Can really impact your ego, and can really impact your authenticity to others. Can greatly impact your integrity to becoming the most trustworthy person of all. So meaning that when you're out there becoming a good person, you are expected to be more caring. You are expected to be more thoughtful and kind, and lots of other good signs that make up your own character. You are building up your healthy character. You're making a good influence in yourself because you have been extremely thoughtful to others. You have been extremely you have been showing us more empathy to others. You have been showing us to a lot of us in this community, in this entire universe. But also, what if you even have a bad life, right? What if you really even had a bad life? You start pumping out your ego, you start to be more unethical, your authenticity starts to lose, and most importantly, you are actually going really crazy in your own head. And this can really damage your character. This will actually damage your personality as a whole. And you start to make bad decisions. You start to get really rowdy and loud, realizing that you're not a good person. You're actually the devil. You're actually the enemy of the people around you. And all of your true colors starts to really show to you that you have made a bad influence in your life. So really no one else wants to be like this. I mean, like, no one in this entire universe wants to be like this, but there are some that have been in this situation, and honestly it really doesn't give a good look. If you're pretending to be a good person, just why are you pretending to be the good person when in reality you're just playing with like the strings? You're just literally like having to play with our strings. Like, imagine if like this person is in control with the puppet, and you as yourself is the puppet. Like, you have really no control. You have strings attached, and you go out of your way into making whole wise decisions. Yeah, you make good influences with others. You start to become very nice. You become to be very friendly to others around your people. You start to become. You start to have these like long-term friendships with your people, right? But the strings all mess up, and that gets to the point where you cannot really control it, because this other person is actually really controlling your mind, right? And then you start to make a lot of these bad decisions or bad influences in your life. And then you start to like turn back onto this other person that has been controlling you for so long, and then you start to argue with that person. And honestly, I don't want to be in this situation where I start to get into an argument of the person that has been controlling my life, that they deem to be very innocent and nice, when in reality they start to be the devil and become like bad citizens of this community. Like, really no one really wants to go through this, and I'm sure that person has a lot of like trauma in the past, and you know, they had like lots of bad family experiences that make them become the bad person that it is today. And it's really sad. But you know, like, just being a good person, if you want to really have a good life, if you really want to change things around for the better, you need to start working your way up. There's no race, there's no shortcuts, there's no detours, because otherwise you'll be in an accident. You start to have like lots of problems when you're making a detour or shortcut. But really, like, you have to really prove to yourself. you have to really start at the bottom and really work your way up to surrounding those that they are good, that they will definitely greatly impact your ability to be a good person, to really build up the authenticity of a good and civilized character. And then, like, once you have really proven yourself to be a lot more trustworthy, to really be a lot, to really build up like a lot of good self-esteem from here, then you can have a good life. Then you can actually be a good person that really wants to make the good choices, to make the good decisions when they interact with others. So yeah. If you really want to be a good person, you gotta start having a good life. And a bad life will truly impact your decisions. It will truly pump out your ego and honestly being unethical and losing that authenticity of trustworthiness, of being civilized, isn't really a good look. So start making the habit of moving away from having a bad life, to really build the authenticity, to build more integrity and building more good self-esteem into being a positive influence, to become a good conversation to your people, to those that you interact, because again, when you have a good life, you actually make a lot more good decisions. You actually start to take a deep breath and look at everyone around you, and look at every one of them that is interacting with the good people around. So start making wise decisions, start making good friends, and most importantly, become good citizens. Become a good role model. Become a good role model that actually really describes your positive character. That's all. So if you have anything that you want to say, if you have any insight, if you have any comments, or if there's something that I have missed, I would like it if you can share it in the comments. I did try my best for this topic, because I know that most of y'all guys that are watching this video are actually like good people out there, but some, they just don't want to go on that route, and then they start and then they will start hurting them. They will start to they will start to damage each other's damage other people's egos, and they will really become like greedy and needy for something that they will fuel themselves up into becoming becoming an enemy for sure. And I hope that you guys aren't really like this. I'm sure that you are nice people out there. I'm sure that I can give you the help that you actually need. And I have a Discord community that is filled with chill and nice people around. So if you're really interested, there's a link to that below. But also, it is Christmas Eve, and I really don't want neither of you. I don't want either of you to really be on the naughty side of the list, but also become the nicer part of the list that you guys have always been. And I have been a good person ever since. I know I have made mistakes in the past, and I am trying my best to really learn from those mistakes, to really be a good person. I'm trying my best to really pick up the pieces, to really fix anything to fix anything that I didn't really that I wasn't even a good person to start off with. So yeah, I just really hope that y'all guys are very much well respected and trustworthy and thoughtful during this Christmas Eve. By the time that you are watching this, it's already Christmas Eve. And me, for tomorrow, is gonna be Christmas Day. So I'm going to celebrate Christmas with my family, and hopefully I get to have a chill Christmas party. Maybe not a Christmas party, but like a Christmas gathering for my family. And it's not too exaggerating, like I said in the previous video. Like, I don't want to have a Christmas party that is very much overwhelming, but really just chill. It's nothing really that much exaggerating, but very calm, chill, and collected. So yeah, I don't need anything else that big, because I'm usually the person that really doesn't really go to huge parties or huge celebrations. But you know, that's just my preference. That's just who I am as an autistic person. So I hope that you stay safe out there during Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope that you stay safe during the holidays. So Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I hope you get out there and be nicer to everyone that is around you. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe, And most importantly, I'll see you guys next week. See ya.